So Ethan, what sort of stuff did Zick put you through while you were out in the desert?
Gotta say, I'm rather curious too.
Ooh, yeah, tell us all about it.
Well, that's a long story.
While our heroes were off battling the sandpit gym, their friend Ethan was scouring the arid sands, trying to find someone.
This sandstorm is so thick, I can barely see anything. Ah! Maybe there's a way to help me see better. I need to find him before sundown, and at this rate, that's not gonna happen. Would Finnegan's flash work in sandstorm conditions? Would extra light even help me see through the sand? I'll wear the shot, I guess.
Finnegan!
Use flash, Finnegan. That did literally nothing. Jeez. We better find him soon. Luckily, this compass is helping me at least not get lost. Not sure what I'd do with that. Arceus hates me. Guess I'll have to use my own intuition, then. Wait, you know which way we're going? Is it because of your strong sense of smell? I mean, that's the only reason I can think of. Wonder what Zick smells like to you. Maybe chips or something, I don't know. You smell him? I'm sorry for your loss. Anyway, I'll follow you.
1, 2, 3.
Brand new territories to venture out into. Nothing seems to be a bore as long as I'm with you. Curry band, Veronica on a journey. There's nothing to be afraid as long as you're with me. Higher up in the sky until you feel like you are flying up in the air.
Buying that defog from the shop in Sandpit was one of the most genius things I've ever done. And that's saying a lot. If my dowsing machine is correct, we're only about an hour from the Cobblemon ruins. And once we're there, we'll find an Ultra Beast. What was that? Never the matter. It sounded far away. Let's just pretend we didn't hear the desert have an upset stomach. Or maybe it's just my stomach. Let's take a break and eat, shall we? Oh, it will only take like 15 minutes to chow down. It won't make us get too far off track. You've got a point. Who knows what happens out here at night? Let's eat while walking, okay? I must have underestimated my motor skills. Guess I just assumed I could physically multitask when I'm usually always mentally multitasking. Now I know it doesn't work that way. Hey, I just realized Sneasel's missing out on the fun.
Sneasel! Man, I'm dead.
I mean, I knew ice was weak to rock, but wow. Thought it was only supposed to do like 1/16 of its health or something. Return, Sneasel. Now with Sneasel out of commission, let's just hope and pray that this Ultra Beast is weak to grass and or flying. That was too close to ignore this time. Rowlet, try to make a more powerful defog so we could possibly see what's making all that noise. Silly little Maractus. I know it's not you. Maractus? Please tell me whatever is behind us is something that won't kill us. Not the answer I was looking for. Now, Steelix. I taste like greasy chips. You won't like how I taste. That worked? Flabbergasting. Guess the only obstacle we have now is the possible night ahead of us. That took another 5 minutes. We're off course. We gotta hurry. Keep up with the defog. Woo!
4 p.m. This isn't looking good, guys. My guts are telling me that we should turn back, but I don't even know how to turn back. What do we do? I shouldn't have yelled. There's gotta be some other way to clear this sandstorm. Heck, I have 3 Mons in front of me. Wait, what if... No, that won't work. Maybe if... No, that doesn't make sense. If only there was a way to whoosh the sand away to create some sort of wind with wings or something. I don't know. Fennekin, you're my only way of getting some sort of help out here. Please tell me you're still on whatever that scent was.
Gibble!
Gibble, wait! Just my luck. I'm not even surprised anymore. Fennekin, not you too. Guess I gotta start running as well, otherwise I will die out here for sure. Please never do that again. Why are we even up here anyway? Close call, guys. I guess even though I've trained with Pokemon my whole life, there's still things I can't sense that only you can. Wait, this might be a good opportunity to try Flash again now that we're higher in the storm. Go for it, Fennekin! Has the light from Fennekin been what this Steelix was after this whole time? Better not use that again while we're out here. You'd think with all the training from Fredall and Dad that I would be competent enough to survive on my own like this. And here I am, struggling to stay alive. How am I supposed to become one of the strongest trainers out there if I can't even fend for my own? Ugh, I don't deserve their praise. I don't deserve this Rockruff Dad gave me. I don't deserve this privilege. Why me? Why am I given such high standards when they've known how incompetent I am at battling, at life skills, heck, at being a trainer? I'm nothing. And why am I the only one who sees that? The truth. You're right. You're right. If everyone already believes in me, then all I have to do is believe in myself. But to do so, I gotta prove to myself that I'm worthy. Bring it on, Steelix! Let's rise and shine, Gibble. That was nothing. I gotta find something stronger. Hop to it, man.
Could we have picked up a few more bottles of water? Yeah. Hoping somehow these ruins have water in some shape or form. Maybe this is a good lesson to think before I go off on an adventure. Oh, damn it! What happened? Oh, this isn't good. If Steelix roams around here in midday, I'll be fresh meat for whatever comes out in the pitch black! If still severely dehydrated, I'll give it about another quarter mile before I collapse again. At that point, my chances of waking up at all are slim. This is hopeless. Let's face it. This expedition was way over our heads.
Just like you to fold. I mean, you've always been that way. Pity, little Zickler. Should have just stayed in your room.
That's it! Being a researcher means never giving up. It means picking up your feet and going against the odds. Professor Oak, Rowan, or Hickory would never be where they are today if they sat solemn on the ground when faced with any obstacle. I'd rather die trying than die quitting. They always say us scientists are mad and delusional. Guess we're proving them right. Finally! Something in this desert other than sand! My body is catching up to me. We gotta rest here. I promise it's a much better alternative to sleeping out in the open. Wow, this cavern runs deep. Huh? Those can't be pillars! These are ruins! Rest is more important right now. Let's see if we can make a fire with whatever materials are around us. Oh, I got it! Spawn some leaves using leafage. Perfect! All that's left is to run some stones together against the leaves like this. And bazinga!
Never back down, never what?
Caregiver pull!
That can't be. No way.
Morning, Rowlett.
What's up?
Excuse me? This is my adventure!
Here, I got you some water. You look severely dehydrated.
Oh, thanks. Got any more?
Half of my backpack is full of them.
Maybe him tagging along on this adventure isn't such a bad idea.
I tried following you out here knowing that something like this would probably happen.
Oh.
I thought you were the more calculated one of the class. What were you thinking? Venturing out into the arid abyss alone? Zick, that's a suicide mission. I don't care how many badges a trainer has. Let's not forget, we each only have one.
Professionals take challenges they know are out of their reach. That's what makes them professional. I'm alive now, aren't I? And if you didn't notice, I made it to the ruins like I said I would. I appreciate the hydration, don't get me misinterpreted, but I have a quest to fulfill and weight to add to my name.
Zick, you're 14. Don't feel like you need to race yourself to be put on a pedestal. Us kids, we're not fit to handle that pressure. You and I both know I understand how that feels.
Well, it seems like you're doing just fine with it yourself, Mr. 15-year-old. That means I gotta just wait a few months or so before I try this again?
You're too smart not to understand this message I'm trying to convey. I'm done arguing with you. I'm coming with you whether you like it or not. And I'm sure you'll thank me for it later.
I do need his help, but I can't admit that. This is my achievement and mine alone. Perhaps I could trick the public into thinking Ethan's my assistant or something related. Fine, but I take lead and I take charge.
Sounds fine by me. I'm assuming you have a map to this place? Is that correct, or did I overestimate you?
I mean, I would, if this place had been discovered by someone else within the last 500 years. All I know from books is that at the deepest point of these ruins lies a meteorite that allegedly fell from the sky millions of years ago. The ancient Denshurians placed it here as a means to protect civilians from its supposed tainted celestial aura. If I find that relic and somehow unlock the Ultra Beast that lies inside it, I'll be—
What if it's just a dumb rock?
And I thought you were the optimistic one in your class.
Optimistic? Nah, that's Corey. Realistic? That sounds like me. What evidence do you have that says the aura is coming from an Ultra Beast, other than the fact that the rock came from space?
Well, it's either that or Deoxys. But the latter was already found.
All I'm saying is, don't get your hopes up.
This is why you're the assistant. Why would I go into a desert cave 400 feet or so into the ground to pick up a fancy meteorite that could look cool on jewelry? Upcoming prodigy researchers like me always go into endeavors with high hopes.
Did you not listen to anything I said? You don't need to be a—
Onward, my assistant!
Ugh.
Huh. That wasn't so bad.
Yeah. You know what? I kind of actually agree.
The meteorite is likely inside that mysterious box in the center of that altar.
I wouldn't see why not.
Just as I thought. The box is sealed shut. Not a problem. I'm sure I have a useful tool to pry it open within my backpack.
Hold on a sec, Zick. Do you see the red trim along the box's crease?
Huh. Good eye, assistant.
I'm not—
Perhaps it means something.
I wouldn't have said anything if I thought it didn't.
Usually red signifies fire. Perhaps we need to use a fire move to open it?
That, or maybe the rim represents fire itself. In other words, the way to quote-unquote defeat the red rim is to use a move that fire is weak to. Do you mind? Gibble, make use of that TM I got you and go for a mud shot. Lightly, though. We don't want to destroy what's inside by accident.
Gibble.
Who's the assistant now?
Well, let's see if it even opens. Maybe you didn't do all the steps. You win this round. But do you know how to summon it?
It?
The Ultra Beast.
Zick, I told you earlier, there's most likely not an Ultra Beast kept away in that stupid rock.
Come again?
Then how do you suppose we summon the Ultra Beast from this unholy vessel?
I don't know. Just ask it?
I think that's only gonna work if you use the magic word.
The magic word?
Yeah, please.
Ethan, be serious!
Look, Zick, this has been fun, but it's seeming like you don't really know what you're doing.
Of course I don't know what I'm doing. I brought myself out into a desert with only one gym badge under my belt, only 3 bottles of water, and I don't even really know how I plan on getting back to the city just yet. But we all gotta start somewhere, right? How can I even grow as a researcher? Heck, even as a trainer, or a person in general if I just keep telling myself to wait to take on something until later.
Zick, that's...
Hey, I'll admit, I'm really glad you came here with me. And I definitely think I'd be in an even worse condition if I was alone.
Zick.
If you want to go back up, fine.
No. I'll stay. let's complete this quest together.
Right!
Do you remember any information on how to summon an Ultra Beast from school or any books you've read?
Yeah, you need a certain type of flute. In which we don't have.
I'm sure there's tons of flutes on the surface. Come on, let's go. We got what we needed.
Huh? Is the Ultra Beast already roaming around?
The only Ultra Beast I could think of that would sound that timid and small is a Cosmog.
Cosmogs are pretty cool. Solosis?
Well, that's a bummer. You already have a grass type on your team.
Well, yeah, that's true. At the same time, I have 0 psychic coverage. And this would immensely help against poison types, even if it's still weak to them.
That's the spirit. On an even cooler note, I've heard that Solosis are only grass psychic in Denser. In any other region, it's just pure psychic. On top of that, Solosis are extremely rare in Denser. This would be something to flex about by itself.
Wow, when you put it that way. You want to be part of my research, little buddy?
Solosis.
You and I are gonna go far. Just wait and see.
Okay, let's go back to what you briefly mentioned earlier. We have no way of getting back.
Yeah. How many bottles of water do you have left?
3. But I made sure to keep all the empty bottles we've used. Maybe we can find a source of water before we head to the surface?
That's probably our only way of surviving. But hey, these are the risks you have to take when you're an expert researcher. When we're expert researchers.
That's the spirit. Wow, we really got lucky with that underground pond. Who knows, there may be minerals in that water that could contain vitamins.
Or toxic waste. But I'm hoping for the former.
Hey, my compass!
Seems like everything's looking up from here.
We should make it back by sundown, but only if we hurry.
Right!
And that's pretty much it. Zick and I still don't know what's going on with the meteorite, and we haven't found any flutes in the Sandpit Town Market. He already got a head start on Route 3. You might be able to catch up to him if you want to meet his Solosis. I remember you really like Solosis, right, Corey?
Yeah, it's my favorite Pokemon of all time. No offense, Trico. Trico.
As our heroes take their first steps into the great beyond of Route 3, whatever encounters left to be uncovered are a mystery. As the journey continues.
Laurel,